Before proceeding, make sure you've listened to part 1 of this special 2-part MacGuffin Guild Halloween episode, featuring From Dusk Till Dawn. On this special Halloween 2-part episode of the MacGuffin Guild, we're going to hang out at the Titty Twister From Dusk Till Dawn. This 1996 film starring George Clooney, Harvey Keitel, Quentin Tarantino, Juliette Lewis, Salma Hayek, Cheech Marin, Tom Savini, Fred Williamson, Danny Trejo, and John Saxon, directed by Robert Rodriguez. We're going to talk about the Gecko Brothers, vampire legends and lore, Tarantino's acting chops, questionable vampire transitions, and horror movie gore effects. We'll discuss MacGuffin Guilt, Tom Savini's sex machine, 5'3" of snow, and George Clooney's career, as well as places that weren't as they seemed. Over shots of Ol Granddad, we'll talk about Pat's earth-altering theory entitled Eggs is Like Electricity. I'm Pat Dougherty, and as always, I'll be joined by my fellow MacGuffins, Justin Jones and Mike Antonio. Our theme song was written and performed by Jordan Vincent. Warning, nerd alert ahead on this special 2-part episode of From Dusk Till Dawn.
You better than this.
All right, so can we talk about how ridiculous George Clooney's steak machine is? The sharpened steak.
That's kind of like a Robert Rodriguez trademark, though. His movies always have like weird guns or weapons. Yeah. Which, this might not be his best one for that.
I want something that's going to stab a vampire, but I want to be like 5 times as heavy and unwieldy.
Yeah. I don't want something that I don't have complete control over. Yeah. In a situation like that, in a tight hallway. Yeah. And you're going to give me something that goes, go, 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 go.
Yeah. It's like as fast as it goes.
Yeah. I'd rather just give me like 2 steaks. 2 sturdy-ass steaks. Let me just go to town.
Or a crossbow, like Juliette Lewis has.
Yeah.
To be fair, I probably would have been one of the ones that's dead on the ground already.
Oh, yeah, I would have been dead in the initial onslaught.
Yeah, I would have been waiting at the bar to try to get the bartender's attention to get another drink, and I would have just gotten my head ripped off. I wouldn't have even known what was coming.
2 Jägermeister, please. I've been here for like 45 minutes.
2 Jaeger bombs. Bombs.
However, none of us would have been there because we're not bikers or truckers.
True. That's true.
Unless one of you has a Class 2...
CDL license or something.
No, that's a valid point.
Well, not yet. I mean...
Here's a thing that I was wondering, and I didn't bother to look it up because I'm lazy. Has anyone ever, built an actual bar, based on... From Dusk Till the Titty Twister?
I don't know. That seems
in
like
this room.
That seems
probably
like.
I'll take the under on that one.
It seems like something you should have looked up.
It does, but I didn't.
Has anyone built a Titty Twister?
Oh, this will get some interesting results. Oh my god, Pat, you can't just ask the microphone.
I'm waiting on a response. Nothing's come back yet. So the Titty Twister, also known as La Tela del Diablo, was the feeding ground for the vampires, which lured bikers and truckers to the bar.
Diablo, that would be devil.
Yeah.
I don't know the rest of it, though.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not seeing about a building. So I have 3 questions that I want to ask you and Justin, and then
answer these questions.
We should carry on to our
rating,
our rating, and then our personal stories.
Well, we're there.
Yeah.
So 3 questions that I have, and we'll zip through them here. A couple minutes.
Okay.
1, can any one of you two, Justin, Mike, can you explain to me what the hell the rat creature was that came out of Sex Machine?
No, but I love it.
Justin?
So, to quote
like
Anne,
a chupacabra? I don't know.
To quote Anne Rice, the dark gift is different for all of us.
Yeah. Is that her?
I just think they wanted to make a goddamn rat creature, and they were like, well, fucking throw it in there.
Well, I mean, there's different types of vampires that do different things.
I mean, they turn into bats or wolves. Why not a giant rat creature once he gets decapitated? Well, makes no sense.
If you follow the White Wolf, role-playing game system, which I think is one of the best recreations of vampires because they take all the myths.
Nerd alert!
Here we go. Nerd alert! We need music for this.
Nerd alert! I think you just made it.
I think I did.
I'll add some music behind it.
Put some beats to it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Somebody gonna drop a beat? I'm in.
Anyway, there's like a protean, which is like the ability to shapeshift and stuff like that. So if you know,
I have Poopian, the ability to shape shit. I just kind of put it in my hands and mold it like clay. No, it's not really a power.
It is. Well, it really is.
It is my power.
It's powerful.
It is. It's very pungent.
Is that a rabbit eating celery? You're very talented, and it's disgusting.
What?
When you're forming the shit into things.
Oh,
I don't know. It was a weird thing to pick. I
thought that was like a quote from something.
It sounded very
I know. I watched you guys looking all around. I'm like, oh man, I went way off base on this one. They're like looking at the TV, looking at the floor.
What is that?
What are you talking about?
It looked like testicles, but I think it was a skull, so I don't understand what...
All right. Did anyone else ever notice that Clooney, when he yells out, "Fight now, cry later," he sounds like Stallone?
Fight now, cry later!
No, I didn't notice that.
Oh, really?
It's going to be in this episode. I'm just telling you that
Okay.
now.
Fight now, cry later!
It totally sounds like Stallone.
Interesting. Maybe it was. Maybe they dubbed him.
Yeah. They brought Stallone.
They brought
Yeah, they
Stallone
paid
just for that one line.
$20,000 worth of the fucking budget went to having Stallone come in and say that one line.
So,
that'd be great.
Mike, I know you would probably be the one to answer this question. I know we talked a little bit about the TV show,
Yeah.
but
Briefly.
what about the sequels?
I want to
Okay.
talk about that too.
Yeah,
Are any additional questions answered? What do we learn?
And isn't Bruce Campbell on the box of one of the sequels?
He's briefly in the second movie.
Okay, but he's on
in
the cover of the box,
He's like
though,
in a
isn't he?
scene. Yeah, I know. That's using that tactic of putting a name, even though Bruce Campbell wasn't really a name. I mean, for us, he was.
Oh, he was, definitely for the demographic. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a huge
true.
name, yeah.
But also, what was her name from Psycho? Janet Leigh?
Yeah.
Is she in one?
No. What
I
I'm
was like,
saying,
holy shit.
What I'm saying
For
is,
Psycho.
it's the
Oh, for
Janet
Psycho,
Leigh
yeah.
type approach. Like, oh, let's market the film that he's in it, and then he's in 5 minutes.
Or the
Or Drew Barrymore
thank
from
you.
Scream.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Wasn't there another movie where they said, like, Bruce Campbell's in it, but he's only, like, on TV, like, in the
wow.
movie? Fuck, I can't remember what it is, but there's something like that. But it's like, starring Bruce Campbell, and he's
Shout out to Bruce Campbell. Maybe he'll listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why were you shaking your head no? As you were saying, yeah.
That's his way of being optimistic.
I don't know. My brain was saying no, but my mouth said yes.
All right, so
That's not
about
admissible in court, by the way.
about the sequels.
My eyes still hurt from bulging.
Anything? At least something on you's bulging.
I believe the second one is actually a prequel because the Titty Twister's still there and Danny Trejo's in it. So
He's a vampire. He's immortal. Maybe they didn't kill him for real.
I bet he had a hell of a mess to
But the
clean up.
Titty Twister's still there, so I believe it's a prequel.
I mean, the bones were still standing.
yeah, true.
You know, like,
Yeah.
yeah, there was some
I
explosions.
thought you meant actual bones.
No, well, possibly,
Well,
but I'm saying
yeah.
the bones of the
The
building.
bones of the structure, yeah. I did not. I remember when I first saw the second one, I did not like it. It has grown on me. It's directed by Scott Spiegel.
Okay.
If you're familiar with, he did. Well, he worked with. God damn it, Sam Raimi a lot.
Okay.
Yes. Doesn't he use a lot of like Sam Raimi's like
He uses camera
shot
stuff. He
yeah.
directed Intruder, the shopping, the grocery store slasher that's has Sam and Ted Raimi.
I
in
know
it.
what you're talking about. I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking
Oh my
about.
god, I love that movie.
Oh really? I'll write it
Yeah.
down.
Oh, we'll do that movie.
Intruder.
I can't do that part.
I'm not
I'm totally not as talented.
Boom, boom, down.
I'm not as talented as Snow.
Nah.
Not many are.
That's sad that I'm not that talented.
Yeah.
It's a pretty low bar.
You could have your own album, 5 foot 3 inches of snow.
5 foot 5 inches of snow, my friend. So, and then the third film is definitely a prequel because it takes place in like the old West.
Medieval France.
No, not medieval France.
Medieval France.
Like a Western. The third one's a Western.
Oh, okay.
And I've only seen that one all the way through once. I remember like barely anything. I remember at the time I remember thinking I liked it more than the second one. But now I've seen the second one a few times, and I kind of like it. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely, you can tell it's much lower budget than...
So I wonder if those movies were union at that point.
I mean, those were clearly direct-to-video films, so I don't know how all that works.
So 3 things I want to mention now that are not necessarily questions, just throwing nuggets out there and swing at what you would like. The bank robbery, again, another Tarantino-esque MacGuffin.
Yeah, because it doesn't actually show the bank robbery, it just talks about it.
Yep. The Mongoloid boy, Potato Head.
Potato Head, yeah. Yeah.
Cheech in 3 roles.
Yes. That was in my notes as well, yeah. He's the Border Patrol guy. He's the pussy barker / vampire. And then he's the
What's his name? I forget his fucking name. Reyes? I don't remember. The guy that he was trying to get to the whole time.
The guy that they're
Clooney was
meeting
trying
up
to get
with, right, to get protection while they're in Mexico.
MacGuffin guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there was a shot that I liked in the beginning from when they killed the Texas Ranger.
Oh, by the way, Michael Parks.
Oh, yeah.
As Sheriff Earl McGraw, a recurring cancer, a recurring
Jesus. A recurring
character.
cancer. God, tell us how you really feel.
recurring character throughout Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez's films.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah,
Crosses
that was
over.
a cool scene. See, those
That
were the
scene is
scenes I really
between
really
him and
liked.
John Hawkes.
Yeah.
That was a great scene.
That scene is amazing. That whole opening is
Yep. And
fantastic.
then even the outro of that scene is what I have on my notes here. The wide shot as they walk out of the bar,
As
or
it's,
out of the gas station.
Benny's World of Liquor.
Yeah, liquor store. I'm sorry. As they walk out, the wide shot, they're going to their car, talking about, why the fuck you shoot him, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Low
And
profile.
It's exploding and flames
Yep.
and fire and debris landing around them, and they hop in the car. Like, that's old school Hollywood
It's
right
pronounced
Yeah.
debris.
there. Debris. I'm sorry. Thank you for the correction. But yes,
not true, guys.
the exploding debris is just...
And they jump into Cougar and leave.
But no, I really like that shot. Like,
I
that's...
also the weird little shot when they're driving and then it pans across the car and gets to the trunk and then it
Oh, yeah.
it does that
Like almost like the
X-ray.
X-ray vision.
yeah, and you see the lady that they took hostage in the trunk.
Yeah.
That was
Poor woman.
it's a weird shot.
I like it. It was cool.
Yeah, where else they use that? I feel like I've seen that.
I've seen that, but I don't know
Yeah.
where else.
Yeah, I've definitely
It's an interesting
seen
shot.
that before. I feel
I
like
like how-
Wes Anderson's used it before.
Yeah.
You would know that more than I would. Well, you're gonna have to do a Wes Anderson movie or something.
I'll do a Wes Anderson.
I don't really want you to.
Oh, okay, well, forget it then. I won't. It's off the list.
All right.
Are you happy?
I am happy. I'm actually ecstatic.
Okay, so for 2 things we're gonna do here.
I think I sound more manly. So what we have to do is make me laugh hysterically every episode. So
All right,
my voice
let's
deepens up.
rate
Nice. You do sound-
on a scale from 1 to 10 MacGuffins, 10 being the best. How would you rate this film? We're gonna go.
I want you guys to go first.
Okay, you know what? I will go first this
Okay.
time because I feel like I'm always putting it on Justin to go
Yeah.
first. So let me bring up my Excel
I
document.
think it's funny too because my numbers are just like I don't know. It's 5.
So here,
like I just pulled a
yeah.
number.
You
out,
kind of
yeah.
set the tone, and then we just go under you because you're
Yeah.
so high.
All right, here we go. I'm going to bring up our the MacGuffin Guild database. All right, here we go. From Dusk Till Dawn. Oh, my, who was that?
That was my throat, and then as the burp was traveling up my throat.
All right,
an
this
amazing
film,
sound.
this film here, I am going to give. I feel like I have to go pretty high with this one. Because just based on past films, I'm rating it against films I've already ranked. And I feel I have to give it I'm going to give it a 7.3.
Okay.
Giving it a 7.3, folks.
Do you have any any thoughts or
yes, here are my thoughts. 7.3.
That's it? Oh, okay.
No, just
Justin?
kidding. No, here's my thoughts. It is a fun movie. It's one of those movies the people that made this movie, there are people.
Yeah.
They are guys that love the movies we love.
Mm-hmm.
They are guys that have the fortune of being able to work in this field and do things that, believe me, if I could take Mike and Justin and say, hey, we got a budget of $500,000, we get to make a movie. Not that was the budget, but I'm just saying.
It was more, but yeah.
But my point
was
is,
the budget on this film?
I don't even know.
All right, but make your point.
My point is this. They make the film that fans of film would make.
Yes.
So
They always do.
I love that. I love that
so do I.
about them, because all of them.
and some people hate that about them.
From the writers to the special effects guys to the director to all of them. They are film guys. They are us. And I love that. And when you watch this movie, you have to suspend reality like you do with most films. What was that you were saying a couple episodes ago, Justin, about the hard reality versus the hard world versus soft world?
Soft world building versus hard world building.
Yeah. This is a soft world.
Yeah.
So just take it for what it is. Don't overthink it. Have fun. Let yourself
It's a little
go.
slice.
Yep. Sip on your Coke. Have your popcorn.
Which, I mean, I'm sure they expanded upon in the sequels to whatever extent. I don't remember enough. I've seen this one a million times, and
so
really care about sequels.
I enjoy this movie. 7.3 from me. Justin?
So
now remember, this is coming from someone who was not a fan, and who enjoyed it, who seemed to enjoy it this time around.
Yes, I'm trying to factor in different things. How I feel now, how I felt before when I watched it a couple times, the things we brought up, the relationship to eggs versus electricity, all those things.
Eggs is electricity. Is that?
And with that being said,
God damn it!
1.4. No, I
was gonna stab you with this pen.
It was a good run.
With this
2.4
steak machine.
I'm gonna go 7.6.
Damn.
All right.
When if you would have asked me before I watched it this time, I would have went lower.
Mike's gonna go solid 10 just to try to get this above overall.
No, I'm not.
You have to give it whatever rating is going to keep us at our average of 6.66.
Oh, shit.
We're still there in
We're
this
still there,
moment.
yeah. Are we real?
Yeah, right now, but that might tweak. So, Mike, don't let that sway
not.
your.
Okay, so what do I need to make it?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Well, you guys know clearly that I am a big fan of this film. I've seen this, man, more than dozens of times. Guaranteed. It's one of those movies, like, if later at night and I'm just like, I just want to put something on that I've seen so I can fall asleep to it. This is one of those ones in the rotation.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. One of
So
those.
you can fall asleep to it.
Yeah, just something because I know.
God, that's not a sales pitch.
No, because I've seen it so many times that I don't have to like.
I got
don't
you.
have
Puts me
You,
asleep
it's a happy place.
Yeah, I don't have to pay attention. I can just kind of close my eyes and I can still hear it as I'm drifting off to sleep, and I know what's going on still. And then I
Got it. All right. And then where's the wet dream coming?
Familiar.
No, I have like a really. I wanted to point this out. I saw this for the first time at your house, your parents'
did
house.
you?
It was the.
That was the second time I've seen it.
Oh, you had, I thought you had already. I don't know. I think I don't know if I rented it and brought it over or
Maybe. I don't know.
something.
Yeah, I remember that. I've watched a lot of fucking movies with you.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Our formative movie years. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
In fact, there's going to be a lot of episodes where Mike and I are like, yeah, the first time we saw it together.
Justin,
we rented it from Movie King.
Yeah. With you, it was more like the Italian horror films.
Oh, yeah.
We started watching those a little later.
Yeah.
But man, this one's high up on my list, and I have to go high, but I can't give it a 10. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, be
9.9.
honest.
No. I'm going to say 9.3.
Wow. Wow.
dude.
That's a big one for me.
I like when you said
I mean,
that.
you
It was the
really
part
feel
where
that?
Cheech was
I
like,
do. And I think that's a fair. This is a big movie for me. I don't.
I need
So
to
that's
adjust my
easily your highest score.
Is it? What was my next highest? Jesus.
It was an 8.3. Oh, wow. You gave 8.3 to Living in Oblivion and an 8 to Tank Girl.
Okay.
Those were your,
Okay.
2 and 3 at this
Okay.
point.
It's good to see everybody else's scales are a little fucked up too.
But Mike, I will tell you this: you and I are creeping closer to our average scores. I've always been lower on the scale. Justin's always been higher,
Yeah.
and you've floated in the middle.
Okay.
While you're creeping closer to me at this point.
Okay.
Now that may have taken you up a notch,
Yeah.
We're hive mind.
but I'm a 6.37 average.
Mm-hmm.
You're 6.53 average. Justin is a 7.33 average.
Huh.
So he's a whole point ahead of me, pretty much.
Okay.
That's because of my optimistic attitude that I developed as an adult for survival reasons.
Anyway, so overall average score from Dusk Till Dawn, 8.07
Damn.
from us.
Hey, that's high praise from the MacGuffin Guild.
Yeah.
That is the second highest rated
What was the highest?
film.
Mandy?
Oh, hold on.
It's interesting that I like that more than I thought I did.
Yeah, that is the highest since we started rating films. Do you want to know what the highest was? Which is surprising
Was
as
it
shit.
Mandy?
No.
I like that we didn't mention John Saxon once in this.
Was it Living
yeah.
in
I guess we
Oblivion?
I love John
Yeah.
Saxon.
Was it Living in Oblivion?
Living in Oblivion had
That tells you a lot about us.
8.6.
Like we like that indie film type of. I don't know.
Plus, I felt like that hit a lot of it hit a lot of stuff that we're all about right now. Like it was like a sense of discovery for you and I. because
Yeah,
I've seen it in
yeah.
nostalgia also because of the
Yeah.
time period it came out, and like nostalgia for you because something that inspired you when you were younger. So I think it definitely had a lot of stuff that clicked a lot of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Checked boxes.
Check- a lot of
Yeah,
boxes,
exactly. Justin, I do have to say that I'm really glad that you got more enjoyment
Yeah.
out of this film. That makes me happy.
No, I really liked it. I finally got over being such a fucking tight ass with the vampire shit.
Yeah, and I think that is a thing with people. It's kind of like the zombie thing. Like people don't like fast zombies or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't mind the fast zombies.
I don't either.
But I'm like,
I
also
prefer
not,
slow moving ones,
Yeah.
but it's not a deal breaker with the fast ones.
Exactly. That was part of my problem with the everybody loves the Underworld movies. I can't get into that for the same reason. The whole vampire werewolf relationship thing is just stupid to me. Like based on
I like those movies.
because of the whole like.
How about Twilight?
Huge fan. But that's a little
Because
different.
everyone knows
Yeah.
in vampire lore that vampires do sparkle. So I mean, at least it's
It is
accurate.
true.
It was less about the sparkling vampire thing and more about the ancient man falling in love and have a sexual relationship with a teenager type aspect.
That
I
might-
think was
that might
a
be
little
a-
more appealing.
But
something
that's
speaks
happened
to,
for a long time, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I've never.
I
seen that
mean,
movie.
that's what my current screenplay is about.
Oh, okay.
Ancient Man, it's called.
ancient man. He's an egg chef.
God damn it. We're going to lose it every.
All right, so listen.
It starts out him cooking up condor eggs in his infancy
God damn it.
when they were plentiful.
Oh, actually, let me write this down. This is good shit.
What condor eggs?
Condor eggs.
It might be illegal for you to cook a condor egg. I guess if
Not
there's-
when he started. They were like chickens.
Yeah,
they were
sure.
everywhere.
No, I'm saying now. Oh, you're saying
No,
you're
he's an ancient
you're saying-
man.
you're
This is
saying-
like Encino Man.
I thought you were talking because you were talking about you wanting to cook eggs.
No,
and
no,
stuff. I
it's
thought you
my
were-
screenplay.
I thought you were trying to acquire a condor
No,
egg to make an omelet or
No,
something.
I'm just trying to write a blockbuster.
Yeah.
I think you're on something.
So for
It's like
anyone,
it's like Encino Man meets Iron Chef.
true. No, I mean, let me write that down too.
Yeah, that's good. It's pitch point.
So anyone who has ever listened to this show is probably not listening now because I think we're one and done. But
Yeah.
I digress.
I don't know, man. This is a highlight here.
So here's the deal. So anyone who does listen to
Eggs
the
is
show
electricity.
actively, anyone who does listen to the show regularly will know that
Mom, are you there?
a MacGuffin, as most of you are aware, is a plot device used to drive along the story. And what we like to do here at the MacGuffin Guild is we use the film as a MacGuffin to drive along our conversation.
And to further that point, A McMuffin is a sandwich made with an egg.
And electricity.
Using electricity.
I mean, think about it. We wouldn't.
Oh God, no! No!
All right.
Back down the rabbit hole.
All right. So, because the film we watched this week was From Dusk Till Dawn, what I would like to ask you guys. We watched that this week? We did. I would like to ask you guys a specific question.
Like a specific question for me and a specific question for Justin?
Well, no.
The same question?
It's a group conversation.
Well, that's not specific.
It's specific to the group. So, Mike, what did you say you wanted to discuss potentially for this episode?
Oh, like my question?
Yes.
Have you ever gone to a place or gotten into a situation that started off normal or routine that suddenly took a left turn where things got weird or out of control?
Yes.
Much like this film.
And then I piggybacked off that.
Yes, and I like this.
Said, have you ever ended up somewhere that wasn't what it seemed or was completely what, how did I word it?
A place that wasn't what it seemed or what you expected.
Yes. So you showed up somewhere and this is not what I thought it was. So my question to you guys is, have you ever had any of those experiences?
I really thought about it.
Well, Justin,
go ahead.
Yeah. I have a couple experiences I could share.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Please do.
One time I remember I was probably in my early 20s and we're hanging out at someone's house who we all know. We're partying a little bit, we're hanging out and stuff, and there's this other guy there. I don't remember his name, but he was like Eric was going to bed or something. I guess I could say his first name. Mm-hmm. So we're all going to bed, or he's going to bed, and we're all like leaving. So we like take this other guy there that's like at his house, like because he lives down the street. And like, oh, he's like, you guys want to keep hanging out and partying? We're like, yeah, no problem. Like, we're in our early 20s, we don't give a shit. So we went to his house. He's like right down the street, and we go into his apartment. He's like on one of those. He's like in a second floor apartment. I think there's like an apartment above him, maybe one or two on the bottom floor. And we're hanging out, we're drinking. He gets like really fucking weird, really fucking quick once we get there. Because we kind of weren't, everyone's kind of talking to Eric's house and we this guy too well. And he starts going off and he's like...
So let me just ask so I can have an understanding. How many people were at Eric's house and then how many ended up at this other guy's house? Did the crowd...
There wasn't a lot of
dwindle
people.
down exponentially.
It was a small group.
It was like Eric's girlfriend, myself, Stacey, Chris, this guy.
So there was maybe 10 people at
tops.
Eric's,
if there was 10, I'd be
so when it
surprised.
got over to this other guy's house, it went from 10 to what?
Like 4. It was like me, Chris, Stacey, and the guy whose house it was.
All right, so small group.
Yeah, and we're hanging out and we're drinking beers and stuff, and he's like starts talking crazy shit like, and this fucking guy upstairs, and I forget what he's saying about him, and I was like, oh. And he was getting really aggressive about the guy upstairs. And he's like yelling. It's like,
Is it God?
No, it was a guy who lived on the apartment above him. But that was a good question.
I just wanted to clarify.
I mean,
He's very angry at God.
It seemed like it was going in that direction, so it was a good question. So, yeah, he starts talking about the guy, and he's getting kind of loud, and it's getting a lot of rambunctious. You can tell he's getting really fired up. I'm like, oh, this is getting really weird. And all of a sudden, there's like a knock at the door, and it's the guy from upstairs.
Oh, shit.
God showed up at the door?
God, yeah.
Yeah. Or the guy that lives upstairs. So
One
he
and the
goes
same.
out. He's talking to him in the hallway, and then we all start looking at him. We're like, yeah, this is definitely fucking time to go, like, right now. Because this stuff is just getting weird. And we're in our early 20s. Like, we haven't, like, this is extra weird. And he comes and he's like, yeah, it's fucking cool and stuff like that. And we eventually, like, gracefully leave the situation.
Make your exit.
And we start talking, like, oh, that was fucking weird. That guy was crazy and shit. And then I think, like, and this was damn near 20 years ago, so I can't really remember every detail. But then it wasn't long after, like a week or two or like a couple weeks, we see in the newspaper that some dude robbed one of the banks in town. And they fucking caught him. It was that fucking guy.
The guy who you were partying with.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the guy who was upstairs that he was bitching about was the guy who drove the car.
Oh, shit.
That they got away
God.
with. And like they found all this money in his freezer. Like, so when we were there partying, all this fucking stolen bank money was in his freezer. Yeah. And this dude's like fucking going nuts and shit. I don't know the guy's name. I hope he's doing well, because like the dude was kind of like, there were some
Yeah, there's something going on there.
he was not on the
Well, he might have some MacGuffin guilt these days.
yeah. But yeah, it was crazy, but it was a very uncomfortable situation.
Dude, that's weird.
Yeah.
That is
Well,
that is
it's better
strange.
money than like like body parts or.
Oh yeah, that would have been
like a
even weirder.
dead
Like, I'm
hooker in
glad
the
it was
fridge.
money. Yeah. So.
What about the guy? Just briefly, a friend of ours named Chris, who someone used his restroom and then died like a day later.
Oh yeah.
What's that story? I mean, that has nothing to do with our topic, but I'm just.
There was I wish he was here to tell a story because he probably remembers. There was a guy that he used to work with that we used to hang out with. I don't know the situation. I think when Chris was working when he was really cool, and I think he was in like recovery for something. And but I think like after they were working together, I think he went down that down that path
down the
again.
tube again.
Yeah, but he was still kind of coming around, and Chris was like, oh fuck, like you know what I mean? It was like, and we're again in our early 20s, so we don't know how to handle like normal life situations.
We still don't,
so.
but go on.
Yeah, but and he would come over sometimes. He was super cool, but then when he wasn't, he was not cool at all. But Chris had this party one time in his apartment, and it was like it was what do you call it? Like
What
a
was there,
studio
like three
apartment.
people there?
No, there was a shitload of
I know.
people
I've
there.
actually heard this
in
story.
a studio apartment.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Look, when people think of studio apartment, they think of space. This thing was
No.
an anti-studio apartment.
Yeah.
This thing, there was maybe, what would you say, 20 square feet of
Yeah.
actual space.
I mean, realistically, probably.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
literally a tiny living room, a tiny kitchen, and a itsy bitsy
Like
bathroom.
a closet.
Yeah.
for a
That is
bathroom.
it.
Yeah, like when you sat on the toilet, your knees would touch the wall.
Yeah.
And like
But he would have some ragers.
yeah, but we had parties. There was like people up and down, and plus when he got to know the people in the hallways, and like they would come down and everything. Yeah, so there was a big parties. But I guess that guy showed up one time with some dude, and it was like an older guy too, and I think he might have been homeless or something. I don't know. And he like basically took a big shit in his fucking
Toilet?
yeah, in the toilet, but in the small studio apartment
Oh,
where
yeah.
there's a whole bunch of people partying.
Oh, so did it like
God.
blow the place out?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I think so. It's been years. I don't remember the
I
details.
do remember them saying it was pungent.
Yeah, there was definitely. I mean, it's shit. I mean, it's not like oh, it's like he took his big shit, and everybody's like reminded of when their mother made bread. Like, it wasn't like it didn't evoke like fond memories
No.
of like flowers in the springtime or nothing.
I mean,
It's poop.
Oh, yeah, I mean, my,
Yeah, I mean, it's just face it. It's poop.
all right.
Stinks. Stinky poopy. I don't know. Anyway, we got smelled. I was trying to go
fuck.
back to the movie. Anyway. So then we find out like he like died like the next day
I
or something.
know.
So he took like his final
shit.
on that toilet.
That's a damn shame.
But this is epic. Some people just take their final ship and
Was
drive it. No one knows.
Was it related to the drugs that how he died?
Listen, there-
Probably, yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I never. I feel like that should be something. That should be a topic, a work of art, a something. Whoever thinks about the final shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's noteworthy. That's
is.
a big deal.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, maybe not a huge deal, but it's.
Well, sometimes it can be a huge deal.
Well,
tell ya.
we're all like, oh, I can't believe this dude took his final shit in his apartment and stuff. But this guy, he's probably like, I can't believe I'm taking my final shit with my knees up to my eyeballs. Like, sitting there all squished up here.
tiny ass
This
toilet.
tiny ass
This is
toilet.
bullshit.
We are not kidding you. That apartment was tiny.
Yeah. So, Mike, do you have any stories of?
I've been thinking about my own goddamn question all day, and nothing's really like popping out.
Well, I'll tell you
You don't
what.
go anywhere.
I
true.
have two stories. One of which is
any-
just kind of like a one-off.
Does it relate to me?
The other one,
I knew you were going to do that.
The other one relates to look. We've done so many as friends over our years, so many little adventures. I'm having trouble now. I'm getting older, remembering who of my crew was on what adventures.
Well, just people came in
So
and out.
I feel like you guys may have both been on this adventure, but
hear
if
it.
not, at least one of you were. I can
Okay.
guarantee. So one of the stories was just a little one-off thing where me and three other guys that I used to work with we were like bar hopping strip clubs. This was, I don't even know why. We went to a Flyers game one night and we almost got killed up in Philly in a car accident. We survived. We didn't hit anybody, but we slid sideways through an intersection. That's a whole nother story.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, we then decided after the game to go bar hop at some strip clubs. But one of my friends there was like, oh, we're not going to the nice ones. We're going to the
good ones.
lower class. Yeah,
Yeah.
the good ones, quote unquote.
off the strip,
Yeah.
as they say.
Yeah. So we went to one, and for anyone on the East Coast, we're based we're in the Delaware, Philadelphia, northeastern Maryland section of
Delaware
the United
Valley.
States. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's this little place in Wilmington, Delaware called Lou Turk's. Have you ever been to Lou
Never
Turk's?
been there.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, Lou Turk's. I don't even know if it's still open.
I was going to say probably not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But it's just a little one-off thing. As soon as we walked in, so this is like maybe our third strip
So
club. of the
this
night.
kind of relates to the movie because it's a strip club
Yeah.
and there's girls dancing.
Like the first one we went to, it was like we kept going down the scale.
Lower tier.
Yeah, we were like, the first one was maybe a 7 out of 10. Then we dropped to like a 5.5. And then I'm like, okay, now we're going to Lou Turk's. This is like a 3.2 tops. So as soon as we walk in, now I've never been here. We walk in the front door and the bartender just snaps his head, looks right at us and says, "Shitter's in the back, boy." I swear to God, I have no fucking idea what is going on
Did
right
he
now.
think you just went in there to
I don't
use
know.
the bathroom?
Maybe he's used to that like just
Well, yeah,
kind of
just
people in the
yeah,
area just
yeah.
come in to take a dump in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But that was my first experience at Lou Turk's. But we didn't hang out there long. And there was a dude sitting next to us, like eating chicken fingers, like slobbering all over his chicken fingers. I'm like, I'm not going to have those chicken
Is
fingers.
this the story they were trying to figure out who was there? Because if you are, I wasn't
No,
there.
no.
okay.
I was
This
gonna
is
say-
not that
No,
story.
you said 3 work friends. Or
Yes.
something.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
The only reason I bring that one up is because that was the most bottom of the barrel strip club I had ever been in. So
You've
that
been
was
to a lot.
That was the closest I've ever been. I've probably only ever, in the grand scheme of things, only ever been to 4 strip clubs in my life.
I think I've been to 2.
Yeah. So
Pretty sure 2.
yeah, 4 is kind of my number, and that was, if I were to rank those 4, that was easily the bottom of the barrel.
There's one.
So that was my titty twister.
Yeah.
I
There's
mean, I
one
would
in
not be
Smyrna
surprised if there
that's
was
a-
vampires there.
Do you know where I'm talking
I
about?
was going to talk about that, yeah.
That place. I've never been in there, and I would not go in there. That place is
That's funny you should say that because I was going to talk about how much of a fucking great experience I had there.
really.
Did you?
Are you talking about fairways?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Do you want to continue or are we cutting
No,
off?
no, please. I mean, I'm done my
Okay.
that strip club story. So yeah, carry
So
on.
back when we worked at Amazon, there was I was friends with I guess we had a postal inspector there that would he worked for the post office, but he had to come in. This is back in the 90s. I don't know how it is now. They used to have to come in and he would take samples and make sure we're weighing our stuff right and all that.
Weighing yourself.
Weighing our.
You have to,
What was
you
he
have to-
taking samples of?
You have
Your
to,
feces?
You have to,
Yeah.
You have to make your weight every day
Yeah.
to work at Amazon.
Missed my thing. Now we check this. Yeah, the packages. Make sure.
Your
we're weighing.
dookie's too heavy, boy.
Yeah, he was an older guy. He was super cool, but we would always bullshit. And one time he invited me to go to some there was down in Dover there was a fight. And I'd never been to a boxing match before. He's like, "Yeah, you want to go down
no
this
shit.
boxing match?" I was like, "Yeah, dude." And because I worked in shipping, so we'd bullshit all the time. He was a super cool guy. So yeah, he took me down to this boxing match, and I don't even remember.
Wait, so it's just the 2 of you?
Yeah, just 2 of us.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, we just went down. He bought my ticket too. It's a weirder story
Wait.
now I'm thinking about it. He's buying me drinks and shit. I don't remember what happened at the end of the night, but I was so sore the next. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah.
Wait, a boxing match though, like straight up,
Yeah,
like
down in somewhere.
old school boxing, not like UFC or anything.
No, it wasn't UFC. Yeah, it was just regular boxing somewhere down in
Like good
Dover.
old fashioned fisticuffs.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Dover Downs or some fucking arena or something. But I had the flu or something. Like I was.
You
getting
had
over
the flu?
or something. Yeah,
I remember those days when we could roam around with the flu.
Yeah, I have the flu. I'm just gonna go to this place, and now I sneeze somewhere, and I'm like, "You're in lockdown." It's like
I miss those days.
yeah, I know. It's like someone at work, like, "Oh man, you're moving kind of slow." It's like, I got typhoid. Oh, no big deal. No one's gonna catch it. Now it's like, oh, I got allergies. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. Go home for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Don't you show your face around
Yeah.
here.
Don't you know you're a piece of shit? You fucking disgusting sack of human garbage. You're gonna kill everyone you loved.
Yeah, we digress.
So I'm at this boxing match with the flu. I'm already not having a great time, but it was fun. It was cool. And then we're on the way home. We're going back. He's like, "Hey, you want to go to this bar?" I'm like, "Yeah, we'll stop for have a beer." So he takes me to this little hole in the wall nowhere place down near Smyrna, Fairways.
Fairways.
And we go in, and it's fucking it's like something out of a Russ Meyer film, or just some back like woods place, and it's just like it was cool. Like, and in my mind, I can't really tell you. This is like over 20 years ago. I was there. I pictured dirt floors, and like they had like a bar. It was like a little small dive bar, and in the bar they had like 2 cages, one in each corner, which in my memory was rusty. I don't remember if it was or not.
So it was a Soundgarden song, Rusty Cage.
Do 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 do, and then girls are dancing or taking turns, and other girls would come around talking and stuff, and I don't know, it was just cool. It was like laid back, and it wasn't like, because I'm not like, I don't know if I don't do strip clubs. I've been to them. Like,
I don't think any of us really are like.
I'm like a weird.
Can I
don't
write
care.
a check?
Yeah, like
Can I write a check?
do you accept cards? Like, I don't know what to do. It's so weird,
Yeah.
and like I'm not like.
Do you take Bitcoin?
Yeah, where do I put the Bitcoin? Look at this USB drive.
What's your Cash App name?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I know nothing about Cash App.
I'm like, Cinnamon, that's a nice name. Is that a family name? I don't know. It's just so awkward. I'm like,
Are you named after your mother?
yeah, I'm just a big nerdy fucking doofus.
I think we're all on the same
Yeah,
boat
so
on that.
I don't know what to do. And then, but usually I have a couple drinks.
I mean, we have a podcast about movies where
Yeah.
we geek out about movies. Yeah, you know.
Like, I imagine that's what strip clubs are like. No, I don't know.
I think they're all like the titty twister.
Yeah.
In my mind.
So I don't know. But I've been to a couple and had a good time. Like, I get a couple drinks.
but
and
no
I don't give a
vampires.
Shit. But no vampires.
All right. That's
So
a
anyway,
bummer.
but when I went to this place, it was great. It was like laid back. People were just
Interesting.
kind of talking to you. I had fun. It was like just weird. And it was like, I don't know. It was just like regular people.
Well,
and
Justin, I think that place is still there. We should go.
I would love to go. And I actually
Well,
heard
we
friends'
can do
bands
it-
played shows there. And I was
can
like, I
be
would
like-
love to fucking
We'll
It
do
could
it-
be like
there.
a business trip.
We'll
Yeah.
do a MacGuffin Mini.
Yeah.
But I felt like I didn't feel like every 5 minutes someone was coming over like, you need to throw 20s at me.
need a hand job?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I wasn't feeling like exactly.
They're not like hounding you.
Yeah, I didn't feel like people were trying
like
to sell me
freaking
something.
pigeons.
Yeah, it was like I just felt like I could drink some beers. They'd come over like, all right, I'll sell some dollars wherever you want me to.
Yeah, there was
Like,
one
you know
place
what
I went where they it's like, just stop, back up. I'm hanging out with my friends. Get
Yeah.
off me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I felt bad because like that's the whole reason people go there.
It
You know what I
is,
mean? That's
but
like how
at the-
you make your money. I
At
don't
the
know.
same time, it's like I just want to have a couple drinks with my buddies and see them dance in the
And get some
background.
chicken fingers, man. That's
Yeah,
And that was me sitting there eating the chicken fingers.
wangs.
All right, Japat,
so
what's your number? I said Japat. Japat.
Geppetto. The other situation that I really want to know which one of you guys was on this adventure, because I know
I'm
one
curious.
of you
I
had
am
to
very
be,
curious about that.
Yeah.
is I got 3 letters for you. DBX.
Oh,
Okay.
Wait, was it the first or second time?
Second.
I was there.
Yeah.
I
Were
was
you there
there.
on that one?
I only went yeah, the second time when we went to Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you both there?
Yeah.
Not to be confused. It was in Roanoke, not to be confused with Richmond.
So we were both
with
there.
Space Cop.
All right, so
Yeah,
all
that was
3
a
of
great
us were
time.
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
and
All right.
Rob and
So, what do you guys remember about that experience?
man. Okay,
I mean, do you agree that is
it was weird.
That is a situation.
I actually wanted to write a movie about that.
Backstory.
Called The Dave Brocky Experience.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
that was a hell of an experience.
So, little backstory on the DBX thing.
Mm-hmm.
We went one time in Chester,
Well, for DBX.
No,
Dave-
Westchester. Big difference.
Westchester. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dave Brocky experience.
Who Dave Brocky was from
Frontman of Gwar.
Frontman of Gwar.
Explain
So we just had to take a pause we all took a shot in DBX's honor
of some old granddad here.
of some Old Granddad.
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
30 seconds earlier.
Vampires.
Vampires.
Vampires. And Dave.
Dave.
for odors.
DBX. Cheers. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Fuck that. God damn it.
I feel like acid reflux is going to be a recurring theme on this.
That is something.
Oh, Old Granddad or whatever.
Old granddad is.
Fuck you, Old Granddad.
He ain't playing around.
Nice.
All right.
Oh,
So are we cutting back in?
We now return you back to present day.
So, little backstory.
wait. I real quick. I love the fact that all 3 of us were on this adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is awesome, and that just
So
it
we-
encapsulates
we-
this experience.
We're all Gwar fans, and he started doing a side project, DBX, Dave Brocky Experience, and became fans of that. And we heard that they were coming fairly close by to us, to Westchester, So not super far.
Westchester, Pennsylvania.
Yes, not super far for us. So a group of us went up there.
I missed that because work wouldn't give me the day off.
You weren't there for that.
I was so fucking mad.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I knew all three of us weren't at both. That's why I was confused.
Okay, and that was the night we also met.
Bam.
No,
Bam.
it wasn't Bam.
It was
Ryan Dunn. Well, Bam.
Dunn. Was Bam there?
Oh no, Bam was at the Gore show.
Oh.
Bam
I
and
was
his
not
dad were at the Gore show.
No,
That Gore show was
that
great.
was you were at that
That
one.
I was not
amazing,
there.
yeah.
No, Ryan
Dunn
was there that
from
night.
Jackass.
Didn't Wilson get his like autograph on a $1 bill or something?
I did.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's on the wall. Over.
Oh, okay. So anyway, great night. We met Dave Brocky. It was awesome. I have a picture of him, and I still treasure that picture. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my Toxic
He
Avenger
was
shirt.
so fucking cool.
Oh man, he was great. We talked to him outside before the show. I sat next to him at the bar. He was stringing up his bass, and then the show was amazing. He got wasted and was writhing around on the floor in a kilt.
But we were all drinking. It was a typical bar.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a bar.
Get drinks at the bar. 21 up, 21 and older.
Right.
You know, oh God, let me try that again. 21 and up.
So that was that the first show of the tour?
It was close to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then we
towards
heard
the beginning of the tour.
that the last show of the tour was going to be in
Roanoke,
Virginia. So we're like, let's take a road trip.
Fuck it. Yeah.
Well, how far was that? Like 6 hours?
God.
Four-
what was
It was probably supposed to be 6 hours.
Did it end up
I
being
think-
longer?
Yeah.
Well,
We
yeah,
had a little
because
detour.
our navigator / driver was taking us toward Richmond.
He thought we were going to Richmond.
At one point, yeah, he's like, "Hey guys, only like 20 miles till Richmond," and we're like, "What? That's the opposite end
Yeah,
of Virginia." If
we-
anyone knows anything about Virginia, like Roanoke's on one end and
Yeah.
like Richmond's kind of on the other.
Yeah, we need to go to Roanoke.
So we had to kind of recalibrate.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
all
we
right-
didn't even just like I don't know what it was. We didn't just cut west and over. I remember we had to go back north and cut almost around.
Probably to get on the highway, the major highway.
so does anybody
down.
remember Space Cop?
I remember.
Yeah, I
Space
remember
Cop.
Space Cop.
Yeah,
Space Cop that appeared behind us.
Yep.
Or he like dropped out of the sky.
out of fucking nowhere.
That's why we called him Space Cop. Pulled us over. I guess Rob was speeding.
Yeah.
So he pulled us
Probably
over.
not by much.
No, I don't think he was like going like 100 miles an hour or anything. It was stupid.
Yeah,
He's out of state. They always go for out of state.
yeah.
So anyway, so we're all off target. We have to recalibrate.
Off target.
Space Cop gets us. Long story short, we eventually get up there.
No, you missed a great part when
Yeah.
he writes Rob the ticket.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he writes Rob the ticket and then gives Rob the ticket. And then Rob looks at it and he goes, "You have my birth date wrong." And the cop's like, "What?" He's like, I'll fix it." So he starts like fixing.
Writing
He starts,
on
like-
his
He
ticket.
starts scribbling out stuff on the ticket, and the cop's like, "No, that's your court date." So then he has, I don't know if he wrote him a new ticket or whatever, but Rob's like scribbling out the court
Just
date. He's like,
decides
"Nah,
to start correcting things on his ticket.
I'm
sorry,
forgot about
this
that.
doesn't work for me."
Yeah, I can't make it on that day. I'm
Yeah.
gonna reschedule
I'll
this.
pencil you in on this date.
This cop already does not like any
No,
of us
he
at all.
He was not a happy kid.
No.
He was like an older guy
Yeah,
too.
he had like white, like he was like a like kind of squatty white haired
Yeah.
cop. Like it looks like he was just like trying to just fucking get through his like
he's,
the rest of his
He's got a
days,
couple months to retirement.
Do you remember
I was
too?
2 days to retirement
Yeah.
until I met this fucking moron. He fucking went back to his car and had a heart attack. He's like, I cannot fucking believe this experience with this car full of fucking morons.
Yeah, from fucking Delaware.
Wow, we were all Maryland at
Maryland.
the time. Yeah,
True.
Was I Maryland at the time? I was all. I think I might have been.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
still,
I was still.
I think you were
Maryland
still
at the time,
Maryland
yeah.
then.
Do you remember when we stopped at the gas station?
I do.
and there was
barely.
a guy blasting
mariachi music.
Yeah, mariachi music.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you remember that, Justin?
That's like every day of my life now. I live in
No, but it was like a thing. It was like
It was hardcore.
it was like really loud.
yeah,
I remember you tried to buy beer at the gas station.
yeah. And then the cops approached me.
Yeah, and the cops are like, "No, you can't buy that." And you're
I
like,
missed that.
"What?" Yeah, he had like a case of beer under his arm or something. The cops like, "You can't buy that because it's like not."
I didn't know the laws down there.
because we don't.
We
know.
got screwed. Here's the situation.
Okay.
We are basing our expectations on our last experience.
Yeah. Which was
we are
phenomenal.
thinking the Westchester, Pennsylvania experience is going to be what we get for this new Dave Brockie experience. So we're like, dude, it was awesome. He was getting sloshed. We were all drinking. We were partying. It
We had
was
so much fun.
awesome. So much fun. Some of the best concert experiences of my life all involve Dave Brockie.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agreed. Yeah, I agreed.
And so we're heading south.
Bumming me out, man.
I know. Rest in peace, Dave Brockie. We're heading south in the wrong direction for a while, but eventually we get on track and we're heading southwest towards Roanoke.
I don't know where
Yeah.
I don't know.
So finally we're heading towards the direction. The whole time that we're going, we're like, all right, at some point we need to stop and get alcohol.
Yeah, we need to fuel
But
up
we
ourselves.
want to play the game the right way. We don't want to buy it 6 hours before we show up because then it's going to be warm.
Yeah.
And
We
don't
also
have a
didn't
cooler.
have like a hotel room or anything set
No.
up.
Well, I think we had a hotel, but I think we checked in like afterwards or something. It was something.
It was something weird. Yeah, that whole situation with the hotel room was weird.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, something was going.
Yeah.
I remember something about it.
So
God, we're so old now.
I know. So we're heading down, and finally we decide like we're getting close. All right, we're within like 6 miles of the venue.
Yeah.
Let's stop and get alcohol.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't remember.
Where should we get alcohol? And now we're on the hunt because we don't know.
It was
And
like
now
a Sheetz or something.
Yeah, we're
I
in
don't
a part of
remember.
town that we're in
7-Eleven.
another state. We
Yeah,
have
and
no
every
idea.
state's different, yeah.
So we have no idea that you can't buy alcohol on these particular days after like 9 p.m.
So weird.
So I go into, like, we finally get into it's like a Sheetz or a gas station or something, and I'm like, a wall of alcohol.
It's everywhere.
Perfect. Let me just pick up a case and we're good. And then a cop stops me and says, oh, you can't buy that. It's after hours. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So now
But
we're
it's-
like,
I'd be like, but it's here.
It's
Put a
here.
blanket over it.
yeah.
Yeah, cover it with
So
a
now,
tarp or
I
something.
mean, dude, we got completely fucked. But then it gets worse.
Oh yeah,
It did get worse.
It did. It got worse. Strap in, people.
So we weren't able to even get a buzz on
before we get to the
before
venue,
we get there.
which is always nice to do, especially when we're all in our early
all
20s.
we wanted was like 2 or 3 little
Yeah,
drinks
just to get a
before
little-
we go
Take
in.
the edge off. you
Yeah.
know?
We
Got a
just
little
drove
social
for
anxiety.
6+ hours
Yeah.
out of the way.
6 to 9.
It was
something.
6 to 9 hours.
it was quite a long trip.
How long was it?
I think it ended.
and we
in
were
total
all-
was 9. We could have been in North Carolina
We
at
were-
that point.
Really?
We were all
I
packed in a
plugged out.
car, like we were like max capacity.
God.
Yeah, we're in like his mom's Impala or something.
God.
I don't know why we would trust Rob with any vehicle because I've never had a good
Just
experience.
think nobody
in a
else
Rob
wanted
vehicle.
to drive. Yes. Yes. I remember his Fiero. Remember his Fiero?
Yeah,
Rob had a Fiero.
Yeah.
that thing was.
It was so
shit.
tiny. And then
It blew leaves.
It blew leaves out of the air vents. He turned the AC on. It was like, or the heat,
Straight leaves from fall.
like chopped up little nuggets of leaves.
The Fiero is a car out of time. Like that was a special
that was his
thing. the
first
Fiero.
car, right?
Really?
That was his first car.
That thing had so much trouble with bridges on the slightest little like incline.
Yeah.
It was done.
Yeah, that car was a mess. No, we were getting to the meat and potatoes of this story.
Of which story?
The
Yeah.
DBX, were you went off on a side story? I don't.
How the fuck did we get where we're at?
All right. So
brings me back to-
no. Okay, where we were at with the story.
The liquor store. The cop came up to you. Blah
No.
blah.
So we did that. So finally, we were not able to get the alcohol that we wanted to get a
Yeah.
nice buzz pre-show.
Pre-game it.
Yeah, pre-game it. Who doesn't want to pre-game it at a concert, especially when you drive 6 + 9 hours to get to? So finally, we get down there. We can't buy beer. We're fucked. All right, fine. We'll go into the venue. We'll get a
Try.
beer. We'll get it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll get beers at the venue.
We'll get beers
Big
at the
deal. I
venue.
gotta pay $7
Yeah.
for a PBR. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
whatever. Fine.
Yeah.
We'll all get fucked up. Okay. So what happens when we go inside? Who would like
Before
to
we
say?
get inside-
Oh, what happens?
We're like, we don't even know it's the right place. So we pull up and there's some girl outside. And we roll down the window like, who's playing here tonight? And she's like, some bands. Like, what a fucking attitude. Oh, just a
remember
bunch
that.
of bands. And we're like, okay, can you elaborate? Like, yeah, she was upset. What turns out she was 13 and was drunk. I don't know.
We're getting to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That goes into what we're.
Yeah, she was
getting
just
to.
shitty. And we're like, okay, we'll just park our cars and fucking
Take a shot.
Check it out.
head in and check it out.
I didn't even take a shot and I'm grimacing.
Kemini yeha.
Oh, my
Chaka,
mama.
chaka, paka, paka. Fuck it.
That one, I feel that one in my gut.
I still feel the first one.
Let's not do any more of this. We have no idea. We're too old for this shit.
Get rid of it.
All right, so
Get out of here, old granddad.
Maybe one more. Give us one more.
Fine,
And then take
yeah,
it away.
just leave it over
One more,
here, just
you know
in
what?
case.
A second, leave it
Get
here.
it out of here.
We might change our
All right, let's do it.
Bring
All
it
right,
back.
so
Okay, what's the story?
finally we get into the venue, and what is the first thing we discover?
No alcohol. It's dry.
No alcohol.
It's like a Presbyterian wedding.
No mother.
I don't know if Presbyterians don't drink.
No motherfucking alcohol. Have you ever had an experience in your lifetime when you went to a quote-unquote bar to watch a band
Post 1930s.
and there was no alcohol? And do you know what,
I haven't
do you,
been to a bar post 1930s.
do you remember what they were serving at the quote-unquote bar?
Punch.
Was it like ham and cheese sandwiches or something?
Ham and cheese motherfucking
Yeah.
sandwiches.
God damn it.
And
God
like
damn it.
and like apple juice.
And we drove like all this. So we
Yeah.
were probably all hungry.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're thinking, oh yeah, we'll get beer and chicken fingers and quesadillas at the bar, whatever. A normal fucking bar.
Chicken fingers are coming up a lot.
They are coming up a lot. 9 hours away from our homes. All we want is a beverage, an alcoholic beverage,
And some fucking chicken
and some
fingers.
sustenance. Sustenance. Sorry, I have trouble with that
like
word
some
when I'm three granddads deep.
Some sustenance with substance.
Yes.
Honestly, like one beer and a fucking basket of chicken fingers is literally at the bottom of the sin table. You know what I mean? We want the bottom of the barrel sitting, like, you know what I mean?
That's it.
Like that's it. We don't.
Yeah.
Even, we're not looking to get like do.
Also-
fucking,
No
not like-
lines
we're not
on the
trying-
bath or the back of
Also-
the toilet.
It's fucking DBX, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want a beer and
So-
four chicken fingers. And
It gets worse, folks.
So
It gets
does
worse.
anyone remember what happens when we go up to the legendary Dave Brocky and say, "Hey, what's the deal with the dry bar situation?"
I don't remember what
I do remember at one point we were talking about our experience, and he just leans in and goes, "Yeah, this place is fucking weird."
But
He said-
do
he
you?
said that.
Yeah, he said that. But do you remember what he did?
No.
He held up his Diet Coke can, which was filled with alcohol.
Oh yeah, he had a bottle of like booze, probably.
and he
Ol
was
Granddad.
pouring it in his old crunched up fucking
Yeah.
Diet Coke can. So even he had to pluck a Diet Coke can out of the bottom of his fucking van to survive the night at this fucking shithole dry bar. And look, I'm not against anti-drinking. I'm just saying, when
you have
I drive 9 hours and I want to take the edge off,
And you have all these bands.
and I
there.
want a beer. All I wanted was a beer. I didn't want
All
a
I
line
wanted
of
was
Coke.
a Pepsi.
Yeah.
Just one Pepsi.
But that was, and look, I love the fact that we lived that experience with Dave Brocky.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, because he was right there, and
know-
all night he was sipping out of that
So
Coke
let's
can,
talk about the other aspect.
which was
The crowd.
Yes.
Well, I also
I know
wanna
where you're
say,
going with that.
When we were talking to Dave Brocky, this is one of the weirdest, like, stingy things about the entire situation is, like, Dave Brocky was super cool and super
yeah.
fucking nice
Hell
to
yeah.
us, and he's
I
just
lo-
a
I
great
love that
guy.
man.
Like, he's legendary.
I miss him.
So,
Yeah.
the thing was, though, from his perspective, we were those weirdo super fans.
Yeah.
Coming up to
Yeah,
him. And I
yeah.
understand that. We're like, oh, this is cool. We're going to sit here and, like, maybe not, like, buy your shirts, but block the way for other people to buy your
Yeah.
shirts. I don't know if it was that bad, but it was definitely, we were, like, awkward fans.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I felt like we had a weird connection with him at that show because I think we were closer to him than ever before.
Yeah.
Because we were more on the same wavelength in that moment in time.
He was from Virginia.
He was from Virginia.
Yeah.
Why the fuck wouldn't you say something? Hey, this is a dry show.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
here's the thing, though. You got Roanoke and Richmond. They're from Richmond. Right?
Yeah, they're from
Yeah.
Richmond.
Which is probably why Rob got confused.
Yeah.
Where, think about, like,
No, don't justify it.
No, Rob just didn't,
didn't know they were
ask.
from
Rob
fucking-
didn't ask.
He didn't know they were from Richmond.
Hey, shout out to Rob Bristow, though.
Yeah, man.
I know he's eventually going to listen to this stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want him
yeah.
to know he gets a shout out.
Hell yeah.
it'll probably be like a week after I blow my brains out. And it's like, I should probably listen to his shit before he fucking went. It's totally
Yeah.
insane.
Jesus.
I wonder what did it. What
yeah.
drove him to suicide?
So anyway,
I wish I would have listened to those episodes. I would have picked up the cues that something was seriously wrong with this guy. Anyway.
Was it the Old Granddad?
so now we're going to
it
talk
played its
about
part.
the crowd. of
Oh my God, was that your stomach?
my throat.
No, wait, hold on. Back to what you're saying.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have even known because, like, think about it. We know Philadelphia pretty well. We're in the Philadelphia area. What do you know about Pittsburgh?
Nothing.
Yeah.
And it's on the other side of the
you're
state.
right, you're
We don't
right,
fucking
you're
know
right,
shit
you're
about
right.
Pittsburgh.
You're right.
I went there
You know what?
a year or two ago for
That's what
Sarah's
I
show.
need.
I love Pittsburgh, by the way.
I need people to put things in perspective. That's
Yeah.
a good perspective. Thank you
Yeah.
for doing that.
And I went to, like, I've been living I'm from Pennsylvania. I've been in this area most of my life. I just went to Pittsburgh for the first time, like 2 years ago for her show. And by the way, I fucking loved it. I love Pittsburgh. I can't wait to go back. Shout out to Pittsburgh.
Don't go to Harrisburg,
Except for
though.
the fucking Penguins. Fuck you.
No,
fucking
and the
pussy
Steelers.
fucking hockey team.
Steelers.
Oh, yeah, fuck the Steelers. No, I'm just kidding.
The Stillers.
Pirates are cool. No, I don't know.
Pirates are cool.
No animosity towards their sports teams. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
But I loved Pittsburgh.
I'm not.
It was amazing, and I can't wait to go back.
I don't like sports.
One thing I was really surprised about Pittsburgh is I always pictured Pittsburgh as being like, you know, it's just like Philadelphia, but on the other side of it's not. Like Pittsburgh's like, or Philadelphia's like 5 million people or something. It's like the third populated, densely populated city in the United States or something.
Is it?
Or fifth? Yeah, it's fucking huge.
It's like up there.
Oh, it's fucking yeah. Philadelphia is more huge than you think it is.
I didn't know
'Cause I went
that.
out to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh felt like fucking like some Midwest city or something. Like
Philly
Well,
is
that's not
insane.
fair to say because Chicago's big, but you know what I mean. Like,
Especially,
Yeah.
yeah.
but it was no Philadelphia. It was great. I loved it. But I can't wait to go back.
I just want to reiterate: don't go to Harrisburg. I've never been there. I just hear stories.
Well,
about
that's fucked up. Why would you say that?
I know someone who's like an ambulance driver there, and it's not good. Very crime-ridden. Very.
Well, you're an ambulance driver.
Slummy.
I'm imagining
You're
you're
seeing
seeing
the
the
worst of
worst
shit.
of
No,
everything.
but he lives in that area too.
Yeah.
Once a week, I see someone with bullet holes in them. What do? I'm an ambulance driver.
No. I've heard Harrisburg's just not.
Yeah, it might not be great.
It's
I don't
not
know.
a great place.
Okay. Well,
I mean, those Amish can get a little rowdy.
I was checking numbers. We're actually pretty. We trend in Harrisburg, so I'm sure some of those people will.
We do. Did you check the numbers?
Yeah,
we
it's
are.
okay. We're
There's a
everywhere.
good 2-3 ticks potentially.
We tripled our listenership.
Our viewership.
We went from 1 to
Our
3.
listenership.
Yeah,
Listenership.
our listenership. Yeah. Anyway,
So anyway, can we get back to this? Dave Brocky thing?
Yep. go on.
everyone checked out anyway at this point. Go ahead.
So, yeah, totally. The crowd was young teenagers.
I would say preteen to teen. was
Yeah,
probably the
it was-
demographic.
Yeah,
Too young to feel comfortable.
It was a very
That
young
was very
crowd.
frustrating.
it was. God damn it!
That was my closest from dusk till dawn experience.
Yeah, that was. I forgot. I mean, I didn't forget about that.
So we were
experience,
all
but
there.
I did not associate it with
We
this
were all
movie.
there.
Yeah.
I mean, would you all agree? That was, I traveled. I went out of my way to experience.
You were on a mission.
It was like
And it
we
was-
drove down to Mexico.
And it was completely fucking bullshit.
It was from
Yeah.
start to finish.
But even Dave Brocky knew it was
Yeah.
completely
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
bullshit.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Roanoke at that point to us might as well have been Mexico. We should go back, give it a second chance.
Nah.
When we do our world tour, we're having
I'm good.
planning.
Yeah. No, I would
Can we
love
play at that
to go
venue?
back.
Yeah,
I would love
that'd be
to.
awesome.
Only if I
live-
can have give me a Miller Lite,
Do
something.
a live event at that venue.
Yeah. I would love that.
BYOB.
Yep.
Hiding in a
Bring your own
hiding in a Diet Coke can.
bring your own birch beer. Well, on that note,
God damn, we went off the rails.
so here's the deal. I will say this. We're going to end this puppy.
Like 6 hours
We
ago.
rated it. We're good on that.
Yep.
We did all our due diligence, right? We did
yeah,
everything
yeah.
we had to do. We met our obligations.
I was going to tell a story about the time I was at a weird place that had a toilet stall with 2 toilets in it. One stall, 2 toilets.
Okay.
I think I'll save that for another episode. I think it'll come up again. So
Okay.
tune in next time. Keep tuning in because
Yeah.
eventually you're going to hear the story
One stall, 2 toilets.
about the tandem toilets.
wow. Is that a real story?
That's a true story. I was going to bring it up tonight when you started talking about weird places you went to, which weren't expected. But after the DBX
toilets.
story, this one's a little lighter. I think we'll be
Okay.
going back. But I
right.
think it'll hit the spot. I think it's going to be a really good story for
Okay.
for a
For
future
another day.
episode.
For another
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, we can't tell all our stories in one night.
keep up on things and look, pressure us. If like 3-4 weeks pass and you're not hearing the 2 tandem toilet story,
It'll eventually come.
Hit us up.
Hit us up. We'll
make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, on that note, Justin,
Let's close it out.
Mike,
Oh.
always a pleasure. Love you guys. Till next time, the MacGuffin Guild. We are the guild, and I want all the listeners to know they're in the guild too.
Oh yeah.
Straight up.
So don't forget to pay your dues.
We're all in this together. Yeah, it's $6.99 every month per
Lifetime.
per day.
Oh wait, I think we're on different pages here. We gotta
I
Guild
said
meeting.
month. Mike said day, and you said annual.
No, I said lifetime.
One time. Oh,
and I still feel like we're ripping people off.
All right. Well, there's no dues. I want you to know that.
Yeah.
There's no dues to be a member of the MacGuffin.
We got to get you really hooked first.
Yeah.
But look,
and then we'll hit you
share
with
some
it.
stories. Correct us. We don't know. We're not
seriously. Hit us up on our social media. We want to hear what you have to say. You're a part of this, all right? And look, maybe some of our like super fans, as we get going, we'll have you on.
Yeah.
Like straight up. We'll have some fans on here. Hit us up. Hit us with that energy. Let us know what's going on.
That egg energy.
That egg energy.
Egg power.
we want to feel it.
Eggless.
Yeah.
Egg
City. I don't know.
Egg equals MC squared.
Well, look. Until next time, we are the MacGuffin Guild. We love you guys so much, and thank you for being a part of this. And from dusk till dawn, it is what it is.
It's fun. It's good.
Wow. We're going back to the movie after this like
not at this
3-hour
point.
detour.
Yeah, not at this point. Look, we like that movie. It was cool. Actually, we rated it pretty high.
We did.
Yeah,
we did.
And the last half hour was just killing time so Mike will be tired for work tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, God.
All right.
It's going to be rough.
Until next time, please join us again. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you on the next episode of MacGuffin Guild. Justin, Mike, thank you, as always.
Thank you.
Peace.
Outies.
Later.
I raised you better than this.
It's amazing. Eggs is like electricity.